Hi, my name is Catherine, and in this video, I continue playing a game called Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened. With the poker, we apparently can open the drawer. Okay. Well, that's good. Last time we were not able to open it, so let's read some apparently handwritten letters. Professor Gyjax. After reading your letter, I understand that the risk of exposure by my master is great. I believe that even if we employed hairpieces, heavy topcoats, and generous tips, nothing would slip him safely past this country's custom officials. Okay. As the great day draws near, my master's behavior will become more uncontrollable, and our plans should not risk ruin due to unwanted attention. So I ask you to keep light, my master, close at hand. He will enlighten you when darkness returns to cover this place. Echoes from five New Orleans tell me our people there need more means. Make sure that they have what they need so their deliveries to you are not overly delayed. I hope to congratulate you on the quality of your work when I receive your package, until he accepts you among his. So this letter is written to Professor Gyjax. Exposure by my master. Nothing would slip him safely past this country's custom officials. Great day draws near. He will become more uncontrollable. Keep light, my master, close at hand. Okay. On the handwritten letter found in Dr. Gyjax's office, there is a greasy stain, apparently from an oil lamp. This specific oil is a variety that has not been in common use for some time. The person who wrote this letter must therefore have access to old stores of lamp oil. The letter is also recent, being dated a few days ago. I can infer it was posted from Europe and should have passed through countries with a reliable postal system. A strong odor of iodine was also detected. This letter was also in the presence of sea air before it was posted. Unfortunately, the envelope it came in was not found.
Hold on, there is an oily stain on this letter. It smells of iodine. Interesting.
Okay, and there is something else in here as well. 11th of September 1894, letters from Swiss banks. Okay. Letters found in Dr. Gyjax's office. They originated from various Swiss banks and show that during these last months, the doctor completed several sales of precious stones. Each transaction was for a great amount. He must have a real treasure. These letters also reveal funds were transferred to specific bank accounts in London and New Orleans.
Unbelievable. These letters are from various Swiss banks and show that the doctor made several sales of precious stones over these last months, and each time for higher profit. He must have access to a real treasure. I see numerous transfers were made to an account holder in the Bank of London and another in a bank here in New Orleans. I must take note of these transactions.
Okay, was there something else? I don't think so. Let's close the drawer so that if Dr. Gyjax returns, he will not notice that we were here. So this is a photo of Professor A.H.R. Schwartz, and Wolff only wants to talk with him. So perhaps we should try to disguise ourselves. At least I feel like this is what the game is suggesting. There was this one room to which I didn't have keys yet. Okay, so now I can get it open. I had totally forgotten this room even existed, so here we are. Here are some of the calculations Wolff was repeating in the lower floor. Okay, so what they have been teaching people here or making some sort of experiments with them. This very much looks like a cage. Oof. Oh, at least it looks like it has been a cage at some point.
This should prove useful. And now time to become the good Professor Schwartz and pay a visit to Wolff.
We'll still take a look at this room and make sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay, so here is letter from Professor Herzog. As your staff informed me, you could not see me before my departure. And since you implied during our last meeting that my responsibilities at the Institute would be fulfilled by you, I believed it wise to leave you word here. Please understand that the mission entrusted to me by health authorities in this country is not taken lightly, and it is worth the investment they are making. That is why I inquired into the personal files of every patient, their records, and asked for the specific reasons for your refusal to admit certain patients to the class. Though this is my first assignment, I believe that these initiatives were not dealt with appropriately or in a way that similarly placed establishments would employ. Future experience will confirm if this is true. But this is not the reason for my letter. Once again, I want to draw your attention to the anonymous patient whom you assigned to the laundry, for which I am gratified. 3 days ago, I was a witness to yet another of his wonderful reawakenings. I was attempting to explain extremely basic concepts concerning gravity to him when he answered my questions by going to write on the board in his typical mechanical manner. Then, without saying a word and before I could stop him, he began writing a series of equations which greatly exceeded my own knowledge in this field. I copied them before he could erase them and consulted appropriate texts at my college library. To my shock, his equations accurately depicted the relative movements of celestial bodies in our universe and their mutual gravitational influences. Damn! I did not understand the half of these calculations, but I was able to determine that they contained no errors. Based on these facts, I beg you to transfer him to the university hospital. I took the liberty of contacting a former colleague and arranged the necessary funds for his transportation and care. They hope to achieve great results in treating his amnesia, as they can confront this man with people having a similar degree of education and knowledge. I hope that you will honor my request. G. Herzog.
Who is this anonymous patient? Perhaps there is a file on him, as with the other patients.
So let's return to Dr. Gyjax's room and check his files in a more thorough manner. Ronaldo, Larian, Ricard, Zuckerman, Petru, Lulu. How am I supposed to know? Well, here is a question mark.
Ah, here's the file I was seeking. It can only be our mysterious patient. What a strange character.
But I mean, why do they say it's strange character? I think it's clearly Wolff, right? He was making calculations in his cell, I guess is the right word. 11th of September 1894, anonymous file. Only one of the files found in the Institute's examination rooms is recent enough to be considered as dealing with the patient mentioned in Professor Herzog's letter. File indicates the man was found on a riverbank and was almost dead. He remained in the rescuer's town for several months. Unfortunately, he suffered from sudden and uncontrollable fits of anger and was placed in a local asylum. He showed no signs of improvement under their care and was consequently sent to the Black Edelweiss. The patient is mute and suffers from after effects of a cranial fracture, including amnesia. He is capable of performing menial tasks and seems to have an extraordinary aptitude for lessons given here. How peculiar. Found on a river bank and was almost dead. Suffers from sudden and uncontrollable fits of anger. But Wolff ain't mute, so... I wonder what's going on in there. Perhaps my theory was wrong.
I need a name to continue my research.
Oh no, another name, no. Okay, but I assume I was supposed to go and... I mean, the hint the game gave me said that I should talk with this person here. Wolff was the name.
So, Wolff, I see you have mastered your lesson. Splendid.
Professor Schwartz?
I congratulate you, Wolff. I cannot say the same about your other classmates. I am most unhappy with their behavior, because it seems they have been cheating.
Professor Schwartz, you saw them, didn't you? I know my lessons. I always work so hard, and the others, they crib from me.
I know, my boy, I know. But their leader, he is a doctor, isn't he?
Yes, Professor, yes. He is the most vile member of the group. Sometimes he tries to keep me from my lessons. He says he will treat me like the others who don't speak like us and who scream so very loud when he punishes them. But I keep to my lessons and recite my tables all the day. He can't stop me.
That's good, my boy. You have made me proud. Now, I need your help. Where do they meet? I must find them and make sure they get the punishment they so rightly deserve.
They meet over there, but it is well hidden and only the doctor has the code. First, he makes noise with the fire near his office. Afterwards, he makes noise with the fire in front of me. And then he makes noise behind me. You will see he does not know his lessons.
Thank you, Wolff. That's a clever boy. You have earned high marks this term, but for now you must try to recite your lessons in silence. Since I am the professor, I know and see everything. There is never a need to shout.
As you say, Professor Schwartz.
I don't need it anymore.
And what does our map look like? Okay, so first he makes noise with the fire near his office. Afterwards he makes noise with the fire in front of me. And then he makes noise behind me. You will see he does not know his lessons. Okay, fire near his office. And fire in front of Wolff. And then noise behind Wolff. I'm just gonna go through all of these. Here?
It works. Simplicity itself.
Oh snap! We uncovered a secret door! Let's go! What? Is that Dr. Gyjax? What?
My apologies, but I do not understand what you are trying to say. If I may introduce myself, I am...
Who you are means nothing. All that matters is your reverence to the One. You came to invoke the Great Lord with the speaking, and now I ask you, who am I, you wretched mortal?
What is the name of the enlightened one?
This isn't right. Perhaps if I begin again.
Who you are means nothing. All that matters is your reverence to the One. You came to invoke the Great Lord with the speaking, and now I ask of you, who am I, you wretched mortal? Well, let's try... nothing.
This isn't right. Perhaps if I begin again.
Could he... okay, could his name be...
This isn't right. Perhaps if I begin again. 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 Perhaps if I begin again.
Even your pitiful mind can find enlightenment before serving as food for the servants of chaos.
Where are all those poor souls kidnapped in London? And what about the others who passed through here in their travels?
Your search is in vain. You are nothing to the great Lord. Soon he will heed our call, when those titans will be reassembled for the awakening of their king. The sleeping Lord shall walk the earth. You and your kind will tear your flesh when you learn how your lives insult the great Lord and Master. You will plead for the abyss, as have all those before you who fed the Great One. Those who give their weak flesh to our Lord cry for his return. So shall you. He has lain dreaming, silent, hungry, awaiting his followers. Tremble in awe. Behold, the Great One returns.
Oh shit!
He makes so much noise. I better be on my way before he attracts the entire staff.
So he attracts the entire staff now? Okay, okay. Oh no, where should I go? No, stairs. Okay, but I don't think I got any new places here. I mean, it said that something happened on the map, but okay. So nothing I can do in here except regret my life choices. Okay, thumbnail material right here. I'll step backwards. Okay, great. Let's go. Where should I go? I don't know where I should go. I should probably run. Oh, the elevators. Let's go to the elevators. I probably should run towards them. It's 2, 3, and 1 long one. Okay, so it made a sound. Good. Okay. And that was something we were able to deduce based on the letter left by Hildegard. Can we finally get the heck out of here? I'm done. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Who the heck are you? Was this what they meant by saying that they put him in the laundry room? Is that the person? I don't know. I don't even know. There are so many characters introduced to us via newspaper articles and letters, and I'm not gonna be able to keep up, but I'm trying my best. Okay, there's nothing, absolutely nothing I can do with this person. No. Can I help them? Yes.
Pardon me, sir. I need your help. He does not seem to hear me.
He was also prone to violent impulses if he was the person they were talking about earlier. If I'm understanding, like, what the heck is happening.
Moriarty! Moriarty, my worst enemy and a man who was presumed dead. Who could think this demon could have survived such a great fall at Reichenbach?
What?
He seems a shadow of his former self. There is no doubt he has truly lost his memory and therefore cannot be a part of these events.
What? Oh my lord, when did I last save? Oh no.
Find this outsider as quickly as possible and bring him to the treatment room. I shall take care of his memory.
Professor, do you hear that voice? This man who is speaking to two others, a man of great intellect and ability, who is approaching and is even now right behind that door. You know him, Professor. Come now, Professor. You can't have forgotten so easily.
What the heck?
Let me remind you, Professor. I am going to reveal his identity. I will tell you his name. You know him well, Professor. He is... Sherlock Holmes.
What?
Stand where you are.
Oh my goodness, can we get the heck out of here? Is there something here we should have or take or something? I just wanna go away.
Impossible.
Where did we even... Okay, we came through the elevator.
This lock is too complex for this tool.
Okay, what kind of keys we had? Okay. Let's try with the poker stuff.
Impossible.
Okay. Ooh, okay, that was the cell door.
Closed tight.
Let's go.
Closed tight.
Really?
Closed tight.
Not even with the...
Closed tight.
I just want to leave this place. I don't want to be here anymore. Let's go anywhere else. I want to be back at Baker Street. Oh, I'm done with this horrible, horrible place. So am I supposed to go here then? I guess I am supposed to go here. Well, at least they are not here anymore. What the heck was Moriarty doing in here?
At last, the laundry. First of all, I must prepare my Amos disguise.
Okay, so hat, jacket.
It is the imposter! He is here!
I'll sort you out, buddy. Come here.
The doctor is not here.
We had internal concerns arise today. Herr Director is engaged with urgent hospital matters and cannot be disturbed.
Very well. We will take this troublesome wretch along with us. Perhaps tomorrow the doctor and I will be able to discuss our other matter.
Okay.
First of all, my friend, you should know that you have been dealing with two famous professionals. Your deceit has failed, and you should know that it is impossible to confound us. Who are you, and why have you come here?
What is your opinion, Watson?
Holmes! But what are you doing here? And you are as white as a sheet. It seems as though you met a ghost.
It's quite possible, Watson. Quite possible.
You should have told me about your
That
plans,
was the
Holmes.
fastest loading screen
Definitely
ever.
not, Watson. You would have acted in an unnatural manner and done everything to persuade me against my course of action.
You can be sure of that. Good God, Holmes, think of the risk you took.
Indeed, Watson, and I hesitate to reveal my further plans. They are likely to be far more dangerous.
Will you explain?
Even though I know the crux of this affair began in Europe and even perhaps in England, we have no elements indicating the when, the where, and the how. Our only lead would have us travel to a continent not our own, one that is wild and untamed in many ways. I assume that you now know the name of our next destination.
Continent? Wild and unknown. So Sherlock Holmes' last lines are, our only lead would have us to travel to a continent not our own, one that is wild and untamed in many ways. I assume that you now know the name of our next destination. So I really assumed that it was a continent. I tried all the continents. I tried many things, but guess what? The answer was none of those things. I needed to use a guide to figure out what I'm supposed to do next. Let me show you what the answer was.
You are quite correct, Watson. New Orleans, Louisiana, located in the wilds of America, our nemesis has a group of his men there, and we must arrive in time to stop them. We must make haste to Le Havre and book ship's passage immediately. I took precautions before our departure from Switzerland, but it is imperative we maintain the utmost secrecy regarding both our true identities and our destination. We are dealing with a cunning and powerful adversary, Watson. Quite powerful.
Who is that?
Do you require assistance, young man?
I don't think he's okay. What? What's going on?
Ooh.
Ah, yes, young man. As a Mr. Ho, the big detective, it is often necessary to use all of one's little grey cells to solve great mysteries.
Poirot reference.
Hercule! Hercule! Where are you? Oh, here you are. Naughty boy, come along now.
Madame Poirot, your stop is coming soon. An agent will assist you with your luggage.
Damn.